welcome back to my channel. First, if you're wondering why I'm wearing the same clothes, it's because I filmed my labor and delivery story right before this one. So if you haven't clicked on that video, go ahead and click on it. It'll give you a little bit of insight about this video. So basically in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the mentality that I went into. The mentality I had when I went into my labor and delivery, and then also some tricks or tips that I did that I found super helpful and that I know that I'm going to take with me through my future pregnancies if, you know, beep, it's getting so hot. Which also I mentioned in my last video, like I was breaking out in hives because I'm like super, like I'm in my small room and I have my box lights. So when I say that I'm filming in the living room because I don't want to die, this is me dying at the moment, breaking out in hives. If you clicked on this video because you want to deliver your baby without an epidural and you're hoping for a fast delivery, then stay tuned because I hope these tricks and tips will help you just like the way that they helped me. I will just let you know that my actual labor and delivery took around 4 hours and I didn't have an epidural. And also I took some of the tips that my mom gave me before going into my labor and delivery. She has had 3 kids and all 3 were born naturally. I may not have a lot of kids or a lot of experience with natural deliveries, but just know that my mom did and I took her tips and everything. So blah 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 blah. I just wanted to share that information with you guys. I am positive that these will help you. I wish this was like a blanket like statement that I know that it would give you guys the power, but ultimately this depends on you. And I also want to say that no matter the tips that I give you, birth never follows your plan, it just follows its natural flow. There are complications and there are things that will happen during your pregnancy that you probably didn't expect. I was fortunate enough to have a smooth delivery, and I feel like these tips really did help me get through it. But of course we all know that things sometimes don't go as planned. But just remember, you guys, no matter how your baby comes out through your vajay or through a C-section, the most important thing is that both you and the baby are healthy and safe. So don't forget that it's out of your control whatever happens, because I know we all want a natural and safe and fast delivery, but again, nature and your baby have their own plans. So enough rambling, let me get right into the video. So tip number 1, it is definitely your mindset. I know this sounds cliche, but it's really important. So you have to go in with the mindset of knowing that it is going to hurt and it is going to be painful, but that you're not gonna die. Use that very, very openly. I know that you can possibly die through giving birth, so I'm not saying it in that way. I'm just saying that it's going to hurt and it's going to be painful, but it's meant to be that way. Go in mindful knowing that it is going to hurt, but that it's going to be okay, given that you have no complications. Just knew that it was momentarily, that no matter what, how many hours or whatever, eventually your baby's going to come out and it's going to be worth it. Also, another thing, if you really want to have a natural delivery or a delivery without an epidural, you have to go in considering the fact that the epidural doesn't exist. Because if you think about it, like if you're in so much pain and here's like a little antidote, you're going to reach for it, and when you're in so much pain, you're going to forget your plan, forget what you really want. You just want relief because it hurts so bad. But even me, like I mentioned in my labor and delivery story, I mentioned that at the very end, once I was ready to push and I had already dilated the full 10 centimeters, I was like, give me the epidural, because I was so afraid and I was so panicked and I was so scared of pushing that I wanted it at that point. Talk about it with your partner. Let them know that no matter what you ask for it, to not give it to you. Same with your doctor, to not give it to you, that you want to do it the natural way, unless there is a medical reason that you need it. Obviously, if you need it, you need it. Doctors know best, so trust your doctors. But I'm just saying, if you have a healthy and you're having a smooth delivery and you're just in pain and that's the only reason why you want it, but you had said that you didn't want it, then just pretend like it doesn't exist, that it's not there, and do it that way. Also, something else my mom I had asked her before going into this, I asked her how she did it, and she just said that for her, the cons of the epidural outweighed the pros, and she said that she'd rather deal with the pain than possibly having back pain for long term and also being paralyzed. So that too was a big reason for me, and I saw the size of that needle and I just didn't want to potentially be paralyzed. Go into your labor and delivery knowing that it's going to hurt and that it's okay, knowing that an epidural, it doesn't even exist, and also knowing that that the pain is just temporary. Those things will definitely help you push through when you feel like you can't take it. So the tip number 2 that I have for you guys is to dim the lights. I didn't mention this in my video, but throughout my labor process, my lights in the room were super dim, and I feel like that is super important because when you're in pain, you notice pretty much everything and everything ticks you off. You get annoyed easily and you get irritated easily. So by having the dims the lights dimmed, you kind of focus more on your breathing and your contractions and focusing on what's going on instead of focusing on the fact that the TV is on or that the light is reflecting off of a mirror or glass or just whatever. Like, ladies, if you have gone through labor, you know what I'm talking about everything setting you off. So if the lights are dim, you kind of just focus more on what's at hand as opposed to the whole room and the details in general. So definitely dim the lights, and it also gives you more of a relaxed feeling, and you just kind of like, you know, you don't have the light all in your eyes. So I really know that that really helps me push through and just focus on my contractions as opposed to focusing on anything else around the room itself. So my tip number 3 would be to limit the number of people in your room. Obviously, you can't limit your nurses or your doctors, but what I mean by that is by the family members that you allow into the room while you're going through your labor and your delivery. Now, initially, I wanted my mom and my sister, along with the baby's dad, to be in the room with me, but the way that my delivery worked out, he was actually the only one in the room with me. And now looking back, I really appreciate that because I couldn't fathom focusing on him and then my sister and then my mom in the room. I was just worried about him and us in that moment, and also it becomes a little bit more intimate and more personal for your partner. And now looking back in the future, I will definitely keep it that way. I will just have me and my baby's dad in the room. But yeah, if you limit the number of people, you definitely limit the number of irritations and distractions and just overall anything that could come to your mind, because you become something else when you're in that much pain. So my tip number 4 would be to rock through your contractions. Now this might feel a little bit weird, it sounded a little bit weird that you're sitting there rocking, you know, just on your bed through your contractions, but it was definitely a coping mechanism for me because you're focused on moving and you're allowing your body to not be tense. So that helped me so much, because at the beginning I remember I couldn't help it. I was in so much pain that I would like hold on to the bar or hold on to just anything, my pillow, and I would just tense up so bad, and it would hurt a lot more than it did when I just realized that, you know what, stop trying to fight your body, just kind of rock through the motion of your contraction. And you will know that if you have a little machine, you will notice that it goes up and down. So your contraction will start off slow, hit its peak, and then level down. So if you're rocking through, you're kind of mimicking the motion, I want to say. So definitely rock through it, don't tense up, and it'll help you so much. It definitely helped me. Kind of piggybacking off of tip number 4, tip number 5 is to push at the end of your contraction, of every contraction. Now I know that sounds a little weird because you don't push until you're pushing, but what I mean by that is at the end of your contraction, open up. Girls, I know what you're talking about. If you like hold your pee, you could feel yourself tightening up. So do the complete opposite. At the end of your contraction, kind of open up and allow your body to do what it's going to be doing anyway. That tip actually came from my mom, and she said at the very end, just give your body a little bit more of a push instead of tightening and squeezing, which I know you want to do because you just can't take it. This will actually, I want to say, it will go against your body, and you're not allowing it to do what it needs to do. So you're kind of like blocking it from just opening. So by pushing at the end of your contraction, you will ease your body into doing, and it's hopefully speed up the process of what it needs to do because you're not fighting it. You're already like mimicking what's happening down there anyway. Can almost guarantee that that's actually what happened and why my labor was so fast. Like I said, it was only 4 hours. If that's the tip that you take from this video, definitely take that one. Okay, you guys, so that was it for the tips that I have, and I really hope that you guys take what I said and take it for what it's worth. Again, this is not a blanket statement. I would wish nothing more than to tell you, do these 5 things and you will have a fast and no epidural. But just know that if you do take these and your pregnancy goes smooth and according to plan and you have no complications, these should help you and hopefully ease up on your pain and your labor and delivery. So I hope you guys take them into consideration. And I'm saying this and I made this video because I know these are the things that I'm going to continue to do in the future if I ever have another baby. So I wouldn't tell you guys something that I don't believe worked for me and I'm not going to use in the future. So I hope you guys take that to heart. Also, just know that women, we are stronger than we give ourselves credit. We are made for this. I know nobody likes the idea of like women are just made to have kids. No, obviously we're not. We're way more than that, but primarily, and I guess in terms of evolution, we are made to reproduce, and we are strong, and you got this. Just know, if you're doubting yourself, girl, you got this. You are a soldier. You already made your baby in your belly. You just have to push it out. If only it was that simple, right? Just push it out. Don't let anything, unless you have complications, get in the way of the delivery that you want. If your plan doesn't go how you want it, it is okay. The thing that ultimately matters is just that your baby comes out safe and healthy, and that you do the same as well. So I wish you moms nothing but the best, and I hope that you guys have a smooth delivery and sending positive vibes your way, and just know that you got this. So with that being said, I am going to finish this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you guys take something positive away from it. Don't forget to follow my social media. I will have it in the description box below. Also, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe so you could be a part of my little family. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Until next time, mwah.